Washington, President Donald Trump's assertion that he fired his former national security advisor, Michael Flynn, in part because he knew that Flynn had lied to the FBI about his conversations with the Russian ambassador, for which Flynn pleaded guilty Friday, has intensified accusations that the president committed obstruction of justice. Critics of Trump have portrayed the statements as a confession that he knew Flynn had committed a crime, not just that Flynn had misled Vice President Mike Pence, the initial justification the White House gave for his firing, when he pressured James Comey, the FBI director at the time, to drop the investigation into Flynn, according to Comey's testimony before Congress. Trump later fired Comey. U.S. President Donald Trump denies instructing James Comey to drop the investigation into Michael Flynn's dealings with Russia, and one of his lawyers takes responsibility for a controversial Saturday tweet. The Iran-aligned group have escalated tensions after saying they fired a missile towards a nuclear power plant in Abu Dhabi. Over 2 million people have been displaced since the conflict in Yemen began in 2014. A beagle named Buttermilk makes a valiant attempt to escape a Virginia dog shelter. Fast bowlers feel the effects of New Delhi's smog during the third and final test against India. Large crowds of demonstrators gathered against government corruption in Tel Aviv on Saturday. The UK faces a deadline to meet key Brexit conditions, and China, the US, and Europe's biggest economies report their latest import and export numbers. The US bill plans to cut taxes by $1.4 trillion over a decade. US President Donald Trump denies instructing James Comey to drop the investigation into Michael Flynn's dealings with Russia, and one of his lawyers takes responsibility for a controversial Saturday tweet. Trump has denied that he pressured Comey to drop the investigation. And one of Trump's lawyers, John Dowd, has since said that he, not the president, drafted the tweet about firing Flynn because he lied to the FBI. Dowd has also claimed that the president, as a matter of constitutional law, cannot violate obstruction of justice statutes anyway. Here is what you need to know to make sense of this. What is obstruction of justice? Several U.S. federal statutes criminalize actions that impede official investigations. While some examples of illegal ways to thwart the justice system are specific, like killing a witness or destroying evidence, the law also includes broad, catch-all prohibitions. Does Trump have authority to supervise law enforcement decisions?